You may begin.
Someone help me, my horse is hurt. It's okay. Oh. As a veterinarian, this is what I will be doing on a daily basis. I will be helping animals in their need. My career is a large animal veterinarian, but mainly focusing on equine science. Being a vet means I can be in an office or on call, which means I can be out on the farm or working with other animals. When I'm on call, I might see a horse who has colic or a simple cut to the leg. Although working with horses is my specialty, I might be required to work with other animals as well. Although I chose to be a large animal vet, I considered two other options as well. The first was a producer. While I'll be able to travel and meet new people, my love of horses trumps the idea of meeting new people. My last career choice was to become a fine artist. After thinking about it, I realized that I could be a fine artist and still do being a veterinarian. This would give me the best of both worlds and reduce my opportunity cost. Opportunity cost is wanting your first choice, but having to give up your second choice to get your first choice. I gave up my second choice of being a producer to become a large animal veterinarian. I chose to be a large animal vet because I love to be with animals and help them. My third choice was a fine artist. However, my passion for animals is too strong to be without them, to not be with them. And I could still do fine arts as a hobby. Being able to work with horses brings many positive and negative incentives. One of the positives is that I get to work with horses and animals every day. I will be able to help animals recover and overcome diseases, preventing their owners from suffering the loss. Also, I'll be making a difference with animals that I grew up with and love. However, with some positives come some negatives. There will be some sad moments like losing an animal, working with animals that have been abused. I will also need to be on call, so I will lose some much needed sleep. Overall, I feel the positives outweigh my negatives. As you can see from my spreadsheet, another encouraging aspect of my career is my annual salary. I make a good salary of $60,000 a year. This splits up to about $5,000 a month, giving me plenty of money to overcome my expenses. My estimate for my expenses was way off, but my parents were much closer to my actual budget. One thing that I found interesting is that girls paid less overall than boys for car insurance. Looking at my pie graph, you can see that taxes took most of my budget at 27%. This was followed by discretionary at 21%. Next came transportation at 17%, followed by housing at 12%. My next two categories, school loans and medical insurance, came at 6%. This was followed by food at 5%. My last two categories were utilities at 4% and toiletries at 2%. Although I make a good salary, I was still forced to make some trade-offs. A trade-off is giving up something you want for something you want more. My first trade-off was that I chose to live with a roommate. I chose to live with Hannah because it would be easier for me to put forth to my school loans and medical insurance. Another trade-off was not to have horses. I chose not to have horses because it would be hard for me to find a place for me and my horses to live. The last choice that I made was to reduce my savings to allow more money to pay for my bills. None of this would have been possible without creating and submitting a good resume. I chose to go to Kansas State University because of their amazing veterinary program. While attending K-State, I achieved a Bachelor of Science degree and a veterinary medicine degree, also called DVM. The skills that I gained included a passion for animals, an appreciation for a flexible schedule, and better math and science skills. My experiences led directly to my references I used when applying to become a vet. Becca Dillon, my supervising professor, and Ann Religat, my 4-H and youth leader. Applying for a job is key for a great career. I sent my resume along with my letter of application to the Heartland Equine Hospital for a position as a major veterinarian. It helps if you have known their leading doctor, Dr. Kelly Grantley, from your childhood. To learn more about my career, I researched several different websites. First, I had to find a website that would show me what my career would be. On my hunt for websites, I found a website called Bureau of Labor Statistics in Cahill.com that showed me just this. Thinking about my career, I needed to find a place to go to college. So Kansas State University has a website that showed you their programs and tuition fees so I can attend. Finally, I had to find a car and a house to live in. So I looked around and I found 2 websites that showed me just this. It showed me the pricings of cars in apartments. They're called Cars.com and Georgetown Apartments. Along with websites, I used some articles. The first article that I used was How Does One Become an Equine Veterinarian? This talked about the ins and outs of being an equine vet. The second was equine training programs and requirements. This shows you what classes you needed to take and programs needed. Throughout this unit, I have learned many things about my career. I have found out that I will enjoy becoming a large animal vet in my future because I spend time with animals. Pam Brown once said, a horse is a protection of people's dreams about themselves. Strong, powerful, beautiful. And it is the capability of giving us our escape from our mundane existence.